Welcome, welcome. As always, you're here, Ignorant Takes Podcast. Marquise and JB. How you doing today, cuz?
Tired as ever.
I feel
It's
you.
just another day, another dollar.
Hey.
Somebody gonna get slapped.
That's for sure. So we got, we're coming down to the final. Well, really, I guess college football has already kicked off. Iowa State, Kansas State played over in Ireland. Um, But college football week 0 is, I mean, it's upon us. It's the first Saturday stuff is upon us. So, we're kind of both excited. We both have teams that um, feel are contenders for a national title. Obviously, your team being the reigning defending champions. My
Hmm.
team, the previous reigning, 2 years before, the year prior. Both Big Ten teams. Obviously, we're Big Ten stands. I think me a little more than you, just because how I feel about the SEC and how they talk a little crazy. So
Hmm.
you got a big game coming up week 1 in the
We
shoe, right?
get
You
yeah,
guys are in the shoe,
we get Texas at home.
or as I like to call it, the Big House South. But we might leave that for another conversation. No, 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 no. We won't start yet. We won't start yet. Let's get the episode going. We'll get into it. A lot of things going on in the WNBA. Paige Bueckers. I mean, you guys have heard us talk about her glowingly. Um, she's out here showing the world again why she was talked about as a freshman, a true freshman in UConn, and why she was also the number one recruit of her class, which was loaded. By the way, I mean, do we have? Let's remind them. Paige was number one in the class with Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Camila Condoza, Cameron Brink, just to name the first five. So that 2020 class was legit. Um, and she's showing why she was only the national player here as a freshman. So because I mean, yeah, they haven't been winning a lot of games. Obviously, I think they're 9-27 or something like that.
Yeah,
Um,
they've been
but
struggling. They've been struggling to get it together, but it's just I think they kind of started finding their rhythm a little bit more
yeah,
lately. But it's also because they're playing their right players. I feel like now, like they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. I think like when they started out originally with the team they had with the veterans,
mm-hmm.
they didn't. I don't think that team blended well. So when them moving the pieces of Carrington to Minnesota, and then Alyssa Smith moves to the Aces, they've been beneficial to those ones, and then letting the rookies play or the other two rookies play with Paige. That's been very helpful, I think, and they've been playing a lot better.
Yeah, and she's on the verge of breaking the double digit score rookie record, which is
Hmm.
set by Asia Wilson with 33 games. Right behind her is Candace Parker. So she's 4 games away just from breaking the record with 6 games left.
Hmm.
Um, and game tonight here starting shortly, our time here in a couple minutes against
Yep.
Connecticut. So she should be able to. I think she's going to break the record. I think she's
I
doing. I
think she
mean, getting
does.
10 points is not that hard for her. I know. I think it was against Seattle that she had 9. She had like 11 against Golden State. So I don't know if the women are trying to prevent her from getting it, but she's got Connecticut, Atlanta, Minnesota, which will definitely be tough. Golden State, the Sparks, who the last time she played them, she went for 44, and then Phoenix. So it's a little bit of a 50-50 as far as competition goes. She's got some heavy hitters in there, and then she's got some people that she should definitely go for more than 10 with. So we're obviously rooting for
Yeah.
her, a young lady from our hometown. Um, we ride with our fellow Minnesotans. So and she's like that. Like she's legit. We both know that she's better than Kate. She's more a complete player than Caitlin. Also, I think, if I'm not mistaken, she might actually hold the record for um, first year players with 5 or more assists and to turnover ratio. I think she has zero, like games that she has 5 more assists. She has 0 turnovers. Where the next person is one of the goats of all time. I think it's Sue Bird, or it's either Diana Taurasi or Sue Bird. I can't remember which one it is.
Look at
It's
that
one of
fucking
them,
Sue Bird.
but they got five. They got 5 games of their first year where they have their first year with 5 or more assists. Um, with
Without a TO.
turnovers. Yeah, so it's not like I'm not saying that she doesn't have any turnovers, but she definitely, she
Very efficient with the
very
ball
efficient.
and making and playmaking.
Yeah, because Kaylee Clark had 31 games of 5 more assists with the turnover. So from the mid range, she's elite, and then just being able to keep control of the ball and maintain, a clean sheet essentially, as they say in the soccer world, the football world. She's ahead of her time. I know she's a 5-year senior, but she's the same age as Kaylee Clark and those girls who, again, like I said, had 31. Not
Let's
dating
get it
Kaylee Clark.
real. 5-year senior only because of back to back
Back injuries. Yep.
injuries, which put her that way. Because if you
Mm-hmm.
look at it based off the trajectory off of that freshman year,
She'd have been
she
number
would have
one
been
pick
out
last
of.
year for sure.
She would have been number one pick last year. Potentially, she could have left junior year, depending on how everything would have
But
turned
she
out.
wanted to go win a title.
Exactly. So this also did what she was able to do, which accomplished, which was win a title, and then she went number one anyways. And
Yeah.
now it's just like I said, like I told you earlier, I don't care what you feel. Paige is gonna win a title before Caitlin Clark, and definitely probably it's definitely gonna happen. You can stamp it. I don't care how you feel about it. Paige will win a ring before Caitlin Clark. It is what it is.
I mean, why do you feel that way? I mean, I feel like Aaliyah Boston has really come into her own. I know she's in her 3rd year,
Team
and
wise,
yeah,
right now, team wise, Fever are better overall team because what's happening? Caitlin's not out there, but guess what? Kelsey Mitchell on that team is a premier scorer, and she's over there at damn
I
near
think she's
averaging
finally getting
20.
her flowers too.
Yes, because she's really been a bucket, and nobody's giving her them flowers, and she's over there scoring. Aaliyah Boston definitely a premier big. We knew that coming out of South Carolina. We just knew if she get around the right team around her and they let her play her game, she'll show out because she plays defense. She can score on a block. She can shoot the mid range. She's showing that she can stretch out and shoot the three. She makes her free throws. She makes the right plays. Overall, yes, the Fever are a better team, but take out Caitlin, they're still winning. There's no drop off. Take
Yeah,
out Paige, they probably don't even have they probably don't have these wins.
yeah,
They probably don't have nine. They don't have 9 wins. They might have like three,
right.
maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But like overall, that
And
team
they've
is
they've
focused
been
on building.
without Inoka too, right? Or Enrique, sorry,
Yeah, Enrique has been out majority of the
most
year
of the
too.
season. Yeah, yeah.
So like, look at it.
And she's a bucket for
You
real.
took
Like,
away you took
yeah,
away a premier scorer out there. So now so all the focus is on Paige, but
hmm
you literally put Enrique out there. There's another person you have to worry about going for 20 to 40. Paige is gonna end up averaging can go average with Enrique out there. Paige probably can get a triple double.
Oh no, no,
Because
I'm not
now
gonna say. I'm gonna stamp that and say she going to average a triple double. I mean, the
like
young lady went for 40
I
and
ain't gonna
had
say she
16
averaged
assists.
it. Yeah, I ain't gonna say she averaged it, but I'm just saying that she can potentially almost every game go have a triple double because of the way she
hmm
does. She rebounds
hmm
very good for her guard. She literally, you can know she's
She's
gonna have
100% a
assists.
pass first guard who is
Yes,
an
she
elite
wants to pass
scorer.
first. She
Yeah.
wants to pass first. They can score.
hmm
So like it's gonna happen. But I just think it's on the way. I mean, I've said it this way. They'll probably have a top two, top three pick. If they have a top two, depending on who's in front of them, Lauren Betts is coming into the league next year, who
Yeah.
was a premier big.
hmm
What do they need in Dallas? A big that
Yeah.
can help not only post up but score.
hmm
So Lauren Betts can do that both. So
Yep.
guess what happens? They get Lauren Betts there. Now you got Betts, Enrique. You have it there, Enrique. They have the other two rookies that came with Zia from North Carolina State. She can score.
Yeah.
She can score and play defense. The other one, she can hoop too. And then who's to say they don't go get two other vets, free agency or trades in the next year or two that blend well with this team? Come on now. Like I said, I just Caitlyn elevates the team, but Caitlyn's game hasn't elevated yet. I think Caitlyn's game is at a ceiling. She's at. I don't see her. elevating her game anymore to where we see something different. If we do, great. I think that's what's benefiting. But like, she's not. If she's not facilitating, shooting threes, or getting to the rim, her game's dead. And she doesn't like to go left. When you force her left, she starts trying to make sure I'm gonna come back to the right, and everybody knows if she goes to the left, it's a step back.
Yeah.
That's you have to change that. If she develops, say like going to her left and then mid range pull ups, whole different story. Now she has a different part of her game, which probably can happen. But if she doesn't, her game
And the
and her
world is
her.
in trouble in 2 years when Juju comes out. I
Thank
mean,
you.
we've said it
Do just
before. Juju is the if Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are the W's, Bird and Magic. Juju is MJ. Now Paige, where does Paige fall in that? I don't know if she's like a Kobe player, but
yeah.
I don't think I think she's one of them ones. Like I think she's going to be in that conversation
Juju
for
is
sure.
the next up, and
Yeah,
and you got that wave coming in. But still, like you have literally, Paige has every level of the game that you can do. She can do it,
she defends really well.
and
She
she's
scores.
not a
She's an elite
slot.
passer. She's
She
a
has a
above
complete
average
game,
rebounder. Yeah, she got a complete
so
game.
you don't know
Yeah.
what you're gonna do. And right now, what is the in the men's game and the women's game? What is the difference between some of the top tier players? The mid range. Even though it used to be a thing years ago, now it's not. So it's more just like,
Which bothers me because I'm like, and I've called it out before. I think we've both called it out together, but I know for sure I spoke on it. The mid
mhm,
range game, all of the greatest of all time, outside of centers, but the greatest players of all time, the guys you're like
the
in the
guards and
top
the
three,
wings.
and period from power forward down, those guys who are in the top five all time in their position, all had elite scoring in the mid range.
Hmm.
And then the guys that you really talk about as the greatest ever, which are your Magics, your Stephs, Michael, Kobe, Bron, Bird,
KD.
uh, Katie, uh, fucking Timmy, whoever you have second, whether that's KG or Dirk. Look at where they
Either
finished
or,
at
either
the mid
or.
range, either or. Even Charles Barkley, who I think should be in the top 10 of his position, potentially top 5. But even
I
Malone,
don't
like
disagree with that.
Malone had a nutty mid range game. I mean, we're not going to celebrate
Mhm.
that type of person, but on the court,
He
Malone
could
had to be
score, and his
respected.
mid range was
Yeah,
automatic.
but
It was there.
out of the court, we're we're
We're
not
not
going to
speaking
shine
on. We're
his
just speaking on
greatness
in
because
between them lines. What's
it's been
going
a
on? We
lot
don't care about
because
that.
we all know the
But
story about Malone.
it's
It's
it's the
history.
difference. Yes,
Yeah,
but like
yeah,
I
yeah,
said, it's a difference in
yeah,
that. So that's why I said she doesn't like. That's why I said it's gonna happen before then because, like I said, Paige has another scoring threat that hasn't even played all year,
yeah.
really, with them on the court. So look at them next year. You give them a big two,
Mm-hmm.
then a couple other veteran pieces with that young core that they're blending, and those three rookies is getting together. They're learning
Yeah,
more. They're having more experience. They're gonna get better. Come on, bro. Next thing you know, it next year, like I said, they get a big, whether it's Lauren Betts in the draft or even a veteran big that we know there's going to be a couple of vet bigs that probably get shipped around that need to get moved because of salaries, anything like that, and happen to be going to play with her because she's not selfish. Come on, man. They're going to turn around like that. Next thing you know, like I said, I'm calling it. We can revisit this whenever, but Paige will win
yeah,
one before Caitlyn.
yeah.
And what's going to happen is that difference is the style and play because Paige can go from being pass first point guard into next thing you know it, hey Enrique, they on your let me go ahead and cut up. Now she done got 30 points and
Mm-hmm.
you looking like, okay, what are we gonna do
Yeah,
now against
12
this?
assists.
Exactly, like 12 assists, probably got like 6 boards, a
So
steal or
she,
two,
yeah,
and maybe a block.
50 of the points that came out of her hands, literally.
Exactly. And
At
so
least
it's like,
50.
what
Yeah,
you gonna do? Because if
right.
you like, oh, we're not gonna make Enrique beat us, well, Paige can beat you too. And
Yeah,
then she's gonna beat you for probably 30, 25 to 30 and then have 10 assists. Now you're like,
yeah.
dang, what we gonna do about it? So like I'm saying, it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Don't care.
Yeah, I like the take. I mean, some people are there's
But
obviously gonna be fans that don't like it. I think
again,
there's too many fans. You know,
back to that. I know. Back to the point we were saying about the elite mid ranges,
yeah, yeah.
and nobody has been able to stop Asia Wilson, and she literally has probably the
She's
best mid range
she's one of them
in the
ones
league.
for sure.
She can shoot the three now, and she
I
can
mean,
knock down threes very consistent. But guess what? That bread and butter, she has been automatic from the mid range for the longest, and you know what's gonna happen. She's getting to that spot, and guess what? There's nothing you can do about it.
Actually, let's call a spade a spade. I have to do the research on the W side. If someone does it in the comments, feel free to call it out. But other than that Celtics year where they beat Dallas 2 years back,
Mm-hmm.
every team that's won a title won the mid range game. I looked it up,
Tough.
and they
That's
might
tough.
actually. And I think the Celtics barely lost it, by the way. But
Mm,
every team,
that's tough.
every team in the history of the NBA has
Mm-hmm.
that. It's that's. I was able to backtrack where they recorded this stuff. Has
Mm-hmm.
won an NBA title over the last 30 years. I can say that has won an NBA title, but they won it and they had the advantage at the mid range. Now there could be other factors, obviously, but the mid range for sure is the area that like stood out the most.
Right.
So I mean, all of Jordan's 6, all of Kobe's 5, um, the 2 in Miami,
Mm-hmm.
all of the for as three centric as people like to call the Warriors. Clay and Steph were phenomenal at the mid range, and I mean, and then when they got KD, yes, he knocked down big
You
3-point shots, but the man shoots 3 or 4 threes a game. Where
exactly.
else is he getting his baskets from? He's averaging 35. He outplayed LeBron James for both of those title runs, averaging over 30. So where is he getting these points if he's shooting 3 to 5 threes a game, which that's 15 points at most. So
He's shooting 3 to 5, and he's making about 3 of
he's
them.
making 3 of them. If he shoots 5, he's making 3 of them. So that's 9 points there, and he's averaging 35. He's getting most of those other points from mid range or at
And
the
getting about
basket, but most
seven
of them
and
really
about
came
at least
from mid
six,
range.
maybe 6 to 8 free throws, 6 to 8 free throws, and the
Yeah,
rest of that is just straight mid ranges.
yeah, bucket. So,
Look what happened. We just they're so hyped about it. Look what Shea did.
mm-hmm.
Shea literally killed you from inside the lane, from down to the block, free throw line down, from layups, floaters,
And you want
mid
him to shoot
range, and
threes,
pull
which
ups.
is
And
crazy.
and
In this
he
era, you
and
want him
he
shooting threes.
and he wanted shooting threes. But guess what? He took the ones that were open. He's made
Yep,
some tough contested ones.
yep.
But the fact is that he was walking you down and killing you from the mid range. Was nothing you can do about it.
Mm-hmm. So, so yeah, it
And
puts
that
kind
the
of
worst,
icing on the cake on that.
yeah,
On
the
that
worst
topic,
you can
like
do is the worst comes to worst is the scariest sight ever. Is he knocks down a consistent three.
no, what's really going to be scary if Ant Man is
We've
working.
been said that.
We've said it. If Ant Man's mid range becomes a thing, his back to the
His
basket,
his next
it's
level
a
is mid range
problem
back
for
to
the
the
league.
basket, and it's a problem. I've been
Loading up
calling it.
MVP season, loading up, especially if we know if it's there, we see it right away because the young guy has progressed every year. He's 23
He
years
shot a
old.
40. He damn near shot a 40 clip this year. He led the league in
I think he
three-pointers
did shoot.
made.
Didn't he shoot a 40? I thought he shot a 40 clip.
He
I
was
thought
close.
he
I think he
I
did,
thought it
but he
was,
led the
but I
yeah,
know he
but
led the
still
three points made for sure.
he made a jump where he made a jump in three-point shooting this year.
Yeah, he's
Now if he
progressed
comes
every
through
single
and
year.
has back to the basket mid-range game, it's
It's
done data.
yeah,
We
it's
said it already. I've been said it. That's gonna be his difference. And if he does
mm-hmm.
that, he's over. He's unguardable.
Yep,
He's
for sure.
unguardable. Shea is
Unguardable.
unguardable, but if you put a three-pointer on Shea, he's still gonna be unguardable because he's not
Actually,
gonna settle. He's not gonna settle for three.
yeah, no, and he might turn into KD. He might shoot 5 threes, at most 5 threes a game
Dude,
versus
he
shooting
shoots like
10.
4 a game right now.
Yeah, so he'll be 3 to 4, 3 to 5, but they won't be contested. Like that's gonna be a difference. Is they won't be as many contested situations where he's settling for that.
Hmm.
So that will make a difference. I mean, fair
No,
call.
I agree with you.
But I mean, we talked about it before. We don't know ball. We very clearly don't know ball. We don't know what great basketball looks like. We don't know what winning basketball looks like. Um,
Shit.
let people tell us. You know, what I'm saying, but
Diabolical work.
this is like that's the thing that's missing out of the NBA. It's you literally take a piece of the NBA out, and then you wonder why viewership is down. You wonder why people feel negatively about your sport. I've talked about it before countless times. It's the same thing that happened with baseball when you tried to get away from contact hitters, and you just went from swinging to the swinging to the fences, strikeouts like
Strikeouts go up.
fastball, and just swinging for the fences. Yes,
It's
The home
terrible.
run is the most exciting play, other than maybe like really good double plays. But on the as far as a batter goes, home runs are the most exciting thing in
You take
baseball.
out the yeah, you take out the
You take
speed
out the
guys that
soul and essence
they
of the
get they
game.
get on base and steal bases. The guys
Yeah,
that do like come on, the contact hitters, but when they get on base, they liable to steal. And
yeah.
you see the excitement of it.
And then you
Like
wonder why
it's
your
yeah,
sport diluted. It's not that baseball, like baseball, yes, is more in this era. Is definitely a niche sport, I'll say, because it is slower than the other premier sports. It's slower than
hmm
hockey. It's slower than basketball. It's even
it's
slower than
slower than
football.
and the only thing it ain't slower than is soccer.
And soccer is better live. So
Facts.
I've said it before. Soccer and hockey are the two sports that TV is not better than, because you get to see the
hmm
whole pitch or the whole ice. You get to see how the puck is moving. You don't just see where the puck is at. You get to see why the defenders are moving a certain way, why the offensive team moves. Like you get to see why they're going back and forth, and you get to see it develop. Though if you haven't gone, I promise you, if you're not even familiar with the sports, go to a hockey event, go to a soccer event, whether the teams you around you are good or bad. I'm telling you, at the
Boy, them
professional
atmospheres is different.
level, it's so good. It's well worth your money. It's
Hey,
well
them
worth your money.
atmospheres is different. They're
Yeah,
fun as hell. I
it's
ain't even
not
gonna
like
cut.
soccer. It's not like basketball, baseball, and football, where it really depends on where you're sitting. If you're somewhere on
hmm
the 50-yard line on either side, and you can see the whole field in football, that's ideal. That is again a little better than on TV. But you're still gonna miss stuff because you're still missing one side of the field, kind of in a way. Baseball,
hmm
anywhere on the second baseline, third baseline, or in the under under home, somewhere around there. But everywhere else, like you're really missing most of the game. Basketball, similar to football, somewhere in the middle area of the court, 7 to 13 rows up. That's ideal. In the boxes, you're like they look like ants sometimes. So you're not really getting the
That's a
personality that you
fact.
get on TV. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying don't go to live events. Like go, because some people have never experienced it. But as a person who's been blessed to be able to go to different sporting events through my life, shout out to the parents. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you kind of learn where it's good. Like I prefer watching basketball at the crib because unless I'm in those spots. But anyway, I digress. We'll move on. Again, we alluded to it a little bit. College football. I had a little bit of gripe. Cousin and I talked. I am probably not the only one. Look, I understand trying to expand your sport and to branch out to other revenue streams. I ain't never gonna tell nobody to try to get no bag. But when is enough enough? That field for the Kansas State Iowa State game was atrocious. It couldn't keep the lines. It took away from the game, and it was a really good game. It was a conference game,
Yeah,
but
went down
let
to
me.
the wire and
It
everything.
went down to the wire. You can't have a couple minutes with Daddy. So
Hey, the greatest show on turf right there. Yeah, talk your talk.
we got a daddy's boy here, so he's calling for his dad. So
Hey,
I
hey, talk your
apologize,
talk,
daddy.
MJ.
But I do not want to see. I think international games affect the core base, especially like when they go to London and it's at a different time. It's at an earlier time than we're used to waking up. Like you develop a routine. I mean, I'm 34 years on this earth. I've watched football for a long time, and when when no, you can't drink that, dude. When I gotta mix up my routine and wake up a little earlier instead of being a pregame, so marinate the meats for the grill or whatever I'm doing. Like I can't do that now because I gotta wake up earlier to watch whatever team is playing because I want to see all the games. Like, yeah, I want to watch my teams play for sure.
I like
And
football,
that
so I like to enjoy certain
I
matchups.
do
And
love
that was a good
football.
matchup.
It
That
was a
was a
great
great
matchup
matchup.
in conference, both ranked. You know,
Right.
um, but college sports is college. Like that's a like it's a regional thing for sure. I mean, The
Those
difference
fan
between the
bases though are
SEC
major.
versus the Big Ten, where they're mostly up north versus mostly down south, and the pride that you have in your conference, the pride you have in your university, whether you're actually alumni there or you just grew up a fan of the school or your parents went to that school or however whatever reason got you to be a fan of those schools. Like colleges are 100% regional and where they're at. Yes, go get your bag, but how much money? I mean, Michigan again. Let's talk about my team. Let's talk about my university. They got fined $25 million. Let's be fair. $25 million to you and I and the rest of most of the world. That's a lot of money. But to a school that makes $13.3 billion in profits, that's like 25 cents to a median earner in America.
That's a
Like
write off to them.
that's all right. That's nothing. I mean, we paid $12.5 million for the number one recruit to flip from LSU to Michigan, and he's a hometown guy. So 25 million is nothing. We're paying half of that to one player. Yes, over a course of 4 years, but let's be real. Like, I think that whole punishment was a sham. I've never strayed away from the cheating allegations. I think it's crazy to have a guy go on people's sidelines. I think it's crazy to have a camera that's 100 that if that was proven, have it on signal callers. That is taken too far. Okay, as a Michigan fan, I will say that. Now,
That was some diabolical work. Yes.
but we all know when you're filming games, it is impossible not to see the signal caller in
Agreed.
game footage. And if you're picking up on signals from there, but first off, let's be fair. If coaches are not changing their signals in some form or facet from week to week, that's lazy coaching. That's 100% lazy coaching. I understand you can't change your signals all the way through, but to not have any alternate signals, make any adjustments from week to week is lazy coaching. So that's on them. Again, I'm not saying it was okay for them to be on the sideline and pretending to be other staff of teams that they're getting ready to play. And I'm definitely not saying it's okay to have a camera on the signal caller straight up and then trying to, go to the game film and cut those up and align the call with what the actual play was. I'm not saying that's okay. That is definitely
Agreed.
cheating, and we should have been punished for it, and we were. But the way that a lot of, and I'm going to kind of talk about that team in Ohio a little bit, the way that they made it seem is like, oh, well, they were doing it egregiously. But our coach is missing 3 games. So they clearly didn't find too much evidence of it. But there was definitely evidence, and again, some of that stuff was proven with the I can't remember the dude's name right now. That's the coach that got fired. Some of it was obviously found. So yes, punishment. Yeah, our team is gonna have we had a self punishment on our head coach, on Coach Moore, Shamir Moore, and he's gonna miss 3 games. One of those games was added on by the NCAA, but let's be real. That 2023 team was inevitable. That was one of the best teams in the history of college football. That team was elite. Again, you can look at the facts. That draft class was the most drafted of all the colleges. They had the most draft picks into the NFL. Okay. I love you. What's up, Poppy? You want to get in your swing? Because you're being noisy when we're trying to record, son. I would love you to be here, but you're making noise. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Of course, you want to try it. Here.
He basically just said you just said some blasphemous stuff and that you're wrong. But
yeah,
okay.
But that 2023 team was legit. Let's be fair. That team was pretty much inevitable. And when the allegations started, our head coach missed a ton of games. We had already fired the gentleman behind the cheating. I can't remember his name, so I'm just saying the gentleman because I can't remember his name all the time. I'm bad with names. Everyone knows this. I'm gonna have some mommy put in a baba for you. Okay? You want me to have mommy put in a baba? Okay. Come on. Okay. Mommy, would you mind putting some of this tea in a baba for my boy? Okay. Or mommy, she's gonna do the baba. Okay. Get you a baba. Love you. Go get you a bottle. I gotta be upset. Yeah, that's 2023. Just like the 2019 LSU team was inevitable, that 2023 team was inevitable. Now, would they have won a title? Was it guaranteed? No. Same with that 2019 team, but that team beat that LSU team beat 5 top 5 teams that year, which is the most in the history of NCAA in one season. So, 13 draft picks. There's only 22 starters. That's only 22.
I still would have hated Bali that much, even without a title.
I mean, I think so too. That's why I said they're inevitable. Like I just felt they were inevitable to be in the
Nah,
contention for the
you inevitable. Your inevitable is to add on the extra stuff. Y'all still coming when you put the draft. Y'all still would have had a good amount.
Oh
Y'all still
yeah, I
probably
had
would
a
have did
great
that
draft.
numbers
That was a
with
great draft
even
class out of Michigan for sure.
that would y'all would have did that even without a title. That all of them would have still been up there and getting drafted
Yeah.
like that. So
No,
stop
for
trying to
sure.
be like it was inevitable. Yet no, it was inevitable was them. A lot of them was getting drafted. Some of them it helped raise their stock even
It
more.
was
But a
NFL
majority of
talent.
them was going.
NFL
The only
talent
person,
wins.
no, I'm just saying, the person stock that went the most up from winning a title was JJ.
JJ McCarthy.
The rest of them were gonna go in about those spots.
Yeah, but I think JJ McCarthy was going to get drafted too. I think he's
No,
the
I
man.
think
The man
he
has
would
only
have got
lost one
drafted.
game through his whole from high school on has only ever lost one game, and that
No,
was the that previous season's playoff game.
but look, I don't disagree with you. What I was saying is
Mm-hmm.
he benefited the most because he probably
No,
he
no,
still
I
gets
agree with
drafted,
that.
but he don't get drafted where he got
Drafted as
drafted
high. He
though.
doesn't. What was he 5'4"? He
He
was
was
up
like
there.
he was top 10.
I know he's the fourth quarterback off the board. I remember
He was
that.
top 10. He was top 10.
Yeah. I don't
Whatever
think
the
he's
saying
drafted that
is.
high. He's probably a high second round pick or a low first round
Yeah,
pick.
he goes later on. Agreed. That's why I'm saying this.
Yeah.
That benefited him
Unless,
the
hey,
most.
let's be real though. McDonald,
People take risks.
McConnell is off of that Shanahan tree or not Shanahan tree, McVay tree. So they might have seen something and be like,
I'm not
hey,
disagreeing. I just say, look, some people do make early risk. I'm not saying that
mhm.
it doesn't happen. So like, it's a chance
Yeah.
where they could have been
But I
like,
mean,
oh hey, you
it's
know
a
what?
toss up. It's 50-50. It's 50-50.
Yeah,
I can see your point
I
and I
do,
can
yeah,
agree to why you feel that way.
yeah.
But
So I think
I feel
regardless,
you.
I think he does go. Yeah, he still gets drafted. He just the where he got drafted benefited him also.
Yeah.
That run benefited him as well where he got picked. Does he still get drafted? I definitely agree he still gets drafted, and probably
Yeah.
it just wouldn't probably been the first round.
Been as
It'd have been
high.
more like
Yeah, I give him a
a
second.
second round steal somewhere for
Mm-hmm.
somebody. So
But
yeah,
again, to get back to my point, I know I kind of went on a tangent there. To get back to my point, like I don't, I personally, as a fan, don't want to see a team
you just wanted to
in
say
London.
inevitable.
I did inevitable. I like that word. It's a good word. It's like Thanos when he snapped you niggas out of existence
Big
for the
kid.
third time in a row. So, but I really don't want to see a team in London. Anybody that's traveled currently right now, going from LA to New York is a 9-hour flight. From going from New York to London is a 9-hour flight as well. So how do
Mm,
you make that schedule? Yeah, is it possible? Because yes, NFL is a week. They have a whole week, but jet lag is still a thing. It's a different time zone. If you're trying to get a fan base out there, that means you're playing at night there, which is morning time here in America.
mm, yep.
Like it affects the like when stuff affects the core to an extreme, then it's like I don't think it's worth it. Like again, NFL is in as far as America goes, is the thank you. You got it, Baba. Yeah. Okay. Well, Daddy's trying to do something. Okay. Yeah. Drink that, Baba. And so anyway, Um, it definitely
overall.
affects it over. I think it affects the core fan base for the worse, and that's what you
It
don't want.
does.
How much money
It
is too
does.
much money? And I get you're the highest revenue sport in America because let's be real. Our Super Bowl I think is 121 million viewers concurrently. Um, and in football in Europe, they average that on a week to week basis. Like they have a ton of Super Bowl because again, soccer is the most watched sport in the world. Um,
Facts.
and I get it, we're trying to bring football, but it is a regional sport. I understand we're trying to branch it out. I'm not trying to knock the revenue stream, but let's branch it out in different ways that it's not.
This isn't the NFL. This is based off of college towns that have a fan base, and there is no professional sporting team in Iowa. So you're either a Iowa fan or an Iowa State fan.
Right.
You might be Northern Iowa, but when it comes to Iowa State and Iowa, they have big, big fan bases. So like them traveling
Huge.
to Ireland, that puts some taxing on them. They probably might have it, but if this was like, say, in Kansas State, that whole stadium would have been half filled with Iowa
Kansas don't
State.
got that's Kansas don't got a sports team either. It's either you're a Kansas fan,
Exactly.
Kansas State
Kansas,
fan.
Kansas, Kansas State, but all of Kansas
Oh no, wait.
technically they go they
Where
they
where's
bandwagon Kansas City.
where's
They
oh okay yeah, yeah never mind.
they
I take that back.
bandwagon Kansas City. They bandwag Kansas City, Missouri. But I'm saying is like in general though, like you're a Kansas Jayhawk fan or a Kansas State fan, but still those fan bases would have traveled. Especially that's an old rivalry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I agree with you. They trying to make money is terrible, but they like come on, man. You don't do justice for the fans that really plan to go to those games, especially that was a ranked game. So yeah,
ranked and conference like that's big. If it was a
yeah.
ranked out of conference, maybe slightly different, but that's like those guys see each other almost every year. So
Hmm. So yeah, it just one of those. Yeah, it's just I'm with you. It benefits the NFL more than it does college. It don't
for
like to me.
for
I
sure,
think you got to keep those all in there.
you gotta keep
NFL,
it in house
yes,
for that.
yeah. NFL, perfect because their fan base is global anyways. You have a lot and people like to travel. But college, man, come on now. This is made for broke college students.
For sure. So, on that note, like we mentioned, college football is upon us. We got Jay, your
Three big,
school
the three
got a
big
big
games.
game. Yeah, you got three big games. Week 0.
Mhm.
Let's be
So,
real. The game that we're both interested in is
well,
is
technically we're in
that
week
that
one, but
Texas
yeah,
that Texas Ohio State.
early, early morning, 11 a.m. kickoff, central for us. But I'm excited, but I'm also want to see how we're gonna do because, like I said, we lost both coordinators. We're starting a new quarterback, so luckily it's a home game. I do like who we're starting in Julian Sand, the transfer from Bama. He is good. He is a good. He's gonna have a great weapons around him. I think our defense probably is gonna look a little bit different. It's all on what do we do? Can we frustrate and contain Arch? Because I think they got the weapons around him enough for him to do something. It's just can we do something that he hasn't seen? Being that this man probably has seen every single coverage you can think of since he was probably 10 years old. Because of who
I mean, it
his
does help that you
lineage
have
is.
the
Your
best of the
lineage.
second best safety in the nation. Um,
You have the
I,
best safety in the nation. It's not second best. It is the best.
uh,
That line it up. Line it up. The man can play coverage. The man can man up
uh,
and play guard a lot of good slots. Any tight end, any running back, you can put him in the box, and he's gonna come downhill, and he's gonna put that face mask in your face mask. He not running away to do nothing. No Dion on business decision. He's trying stretcher or stretcher. Which one you want? Stop it.
uh,
If you want to, you about to try to go. Oh, he don't get picks. They don't like
I
to
just
throw it at him.
I'm just trying to
Stop
say
being
Rod
being
Moore
picks.
is
No, doing it.
nice. Rod
I
Moore
didn't
is
say
not
he's
done.
not, but he's not
That's
Caleb. He's not Caleb.
Okay, okay, because
How
Rod
many
Moore is a
times?
ball hawk and he does the same
Okay,
shit.
that's like saying Ed Reed and Brian Dawkins. One was a ball hawk, and one was a hitter, but they're both
But no,
great safeties.
But Ed Wade was more complete. Rod Moore is closer to Ed Reed than he's Brian Hawkins.
No, he's not.
Okay.
No, he's not.
Hmm.
And Rod Moore is not complete. He is good safety, but he's not complete. Stop it.
Where's he lacking at?
I have not seen him line up one on one.
He's a
I've
safety. They
not
don't never
seen.
need to rely on line one on one.
Yes, when
Even
they
when
go
you run
cover
nickel,
zero,
you
cover zero, he's lining up one on one. What are you talking about? And y'all run cover zero a decent amount. Yes, y'all do. I don't see
I
him
know we
lining up,
do.
and when he does, I've
Yeah,
seen like
we run
he
cover
doesn't
zero
hold his
because
own.
we've constantly had some of the
He
best
doesn't. He
linemen,
doesn't.
D
He doesn't
linemen
hold it.
ever.
He doesn't hold his own. So I'm trying to say he's
Okay,
complete. We have the
okay,
number one safety in the nation. Y'all might
okay.
have two. I'll give you that because the last one, the next
Because Paige was
comparison was
like
old
that.
buddy from Texas.
Oh
Was a
yeah,
buddy
you
from
okay? I
Texas
got you.
that got
Yeah, I got
drafted.
you. Because I was gonna say Paige was I can't remember his first name, but he was drafted this previous class.
Yeah,
He he was
him and
he was like that.
him,
He
dude
was the
from
best
Texas
safety
and buddy
last year for
and
sure.
buddy from Georgia were
Hmm.
that core group was right there. Rod was probably fourth out of that. I won't disagree. But this year, Rod is second. We got number one,
Okay.
bro. It's no questions.
Hey, we'll just see until it lines up. We'll see when it lines up.
Okay.
But
He,
I'm
he
giving you your
lines up.
flowers though. I'll give you. I
And
know
he
you
lines
say,
up.
hey,
I'm just saying.
it's
I'm just
one and
saying
two.
this.
I'm just saying
I
it's one
didn't
and two in
say
the Big Ten, and it's two of the best teams in
I'm
the
not
Big Ten.
I didn't knock you. I was just saying is like he's not Caleb. I've watched a good amount of him
I
too.
mean, I think
I watched that.
I hate to
Caleb
say this, but I think you guys
is a
have the
utility
best
player.
player in the nation out of there with
We have
with Smith. I think you have the best player,
JJ's a
even though he only had
I
32 yards against us. But you know what I'm saying. I just let me throw that out
yes, because dumbass Chip Kelly didn't want to run the same offense that he ran in the playoffs.
hey,
He
I
runs
don't
that
care.
similar offense in the play. Bro, we threw the ball more in the playoffs. That's what I'm
You did
saying.
actually. You did.
After that game, I've been saying it for 5 years. We don't want to throw. We don't want to throw the ball against y'all. We want
Because
to
you
try to
want to
play
prove how
smash
tough
mouth.
you guys are, and you're
It
not.
doesn't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We've always had great running backs. We've had
Yeah,
good and great running backs throughout the
yeah.
years, but we've had great receiving core and quarterbacks for the last 10 years.
Mhm.
And every time we have got in that game, we score when we play outside, throw the ball, get in space. And then you run the ball when you have the numbers. When you try to load the box, that's when it came to you guys' specialty. Y'all have always had good front four. Then you'll have the occasional hybrid safety and like a good ass like Mike linebacker, sometimes even a Sam linebacker that can play sideline to sideline. And y'all have a hybrid safety that can play in the box. Y'all have always had that. Why are we trying to continue that when we've also had the advantage on the outside? I've been telling you, when you've been saying this for years, I've never disagreed. Y'all have always had a great number. Y'all have always had a good corner. Y'all have always had a good corner on one side. Y'all have always been, it's been y'all's 2, 3 who I've always said, bro, go attack them because naturally in the last 6, 7 years, we've had at least 2 to 3 receivers on the field that can go crazy. And we decide not to do that until we get till the game's out of reach. I don't like it. I've never liked that. Been saying it for years. Like,
I mean, we live in we live in Ryan Day's head rent free.
bro, it ain't even a Ryan Day thing. It was even in the year, even before Ryan Day took over. If you look at some of the matchups in those games, bro, we've done better when we've played spread offense against y'all. We've had the advantages, bro. I'm sorry to say it. We've had the
No, you
advantages
have that
at
advantage of
receiver
wide
and
receiver.
tight end.
You gotta.
And
It's tough to
and
when you
and
got
we
three guys.
it's
When you
that
got
and
three
we have
guys, it's tough to guard that. It's
technically we'd be having four. It'd be like and it'd be
yeah.
that. But the tight end, we've also had silent tight ends that can win one on one. That's my thing. He don't want to do that. Even though most of our running backs can go out there and run a good route. Like literally. We've had it. It's just you want to try to line it up. Oh, bro, keep that shit on the outside. You can still get the yards from little screen plays. You know what I'm saying? RPOs out there. Like it works. But keep the stuff on the outside. That's why I'm hoping this year they do that. But I don't know. Maybe Brian Hartline brings that this year because he's a receiver. He knows we have weapons. This is his first year calling plays. Maybe he does like to keep the ball out in the playmaker's hands, which is on the outside this year. It's not the running back. It's on the outside. We got probably we I will say it, but I do think it's however you want to call it. He's the best receiver in the nation, next to Ryan Williams at Alabama.
No, I think
I'm
he's
not
the
gonna.
best player in the nation. I'm not saying he's just the best
Bruh,
receiver in the
but
nation.
that's the thing. I digress because there is I ain't gonna lie, there is a person named Arch Manning that I think probably is.
But Arch has to prove himself. Like,
Yeah, but I think
I
he
mean, he
does.
could be
But I'm
that.
saying this.
Yeah, he
I
could be
I
that.
don't disagree. We can
Yeah.
say he's the best player, but I'm just going just in general. Number one player, number one wide receiver in the nation, next to
Yeah.
Ryan Williams. Wherever you how you ever going to feel, but like get the ball in space. We have literally five receivers on roster. There's literally five receivers on roster. We can go and put out there. All right, we got two tight ends that are nice. Like I hope Brian Hartline plays on the outside first and then works his way in. I hope he does because like Julian is saying, I watched him. The man can throw the ball. He actually can throw the ball. So like, bruh, I don't see why we don't play spread. But I do see us winning Saturday. I do see it being a close game though. I don't. And you gotta remember this is a playoff rematch. So
Yeah.
this is a playoff rematch, so like I do think it's gonna be some changes, but I don't. I see this being a like down the wire game, and I do think we win. I just see it going down to the wire.
Yeah. You know, ideally for me, both of you guys lose. It's a tie, and you guys lose together. That's ideal for me.
Type shit.
We don't
And
have a. I think it's gonna be a good game though. Because everyone knows I despise the SEC. I understand the Big Ten people are smug, but it's not to the extent where we're like, oh, our worst team. Like this is what pisses me off when coaches are saying our worst teams should be ranked because they can beat some of the best teams in other conferences, which is just blasphemous work.
you
Like
never know that. And
Vanderbilt
they
is
line up.
not beating. Vanderbilt is not probably not beating Iowa. They're probably not beating Wisconsin. They're definitely not
I,
beating Penn State, Michigan, and Ohio. And
shit,
every few years, a Michigan
they
State.
may struggle with Michigan State,
Oh,
Nebraska,
and look at me being disrespectful. I'm
Indiana,
forgetting Oregon exists. I'm
yeah,
forgetting
USC,
USC every 7 years
the
exists.
random UCLA,
The random Washingtons. I mean, yes, and you said Nebraska. I think Nebraska is yes they're in the Big Ten. They're
Indiana.
six. Indiana last year, but they got a cakewalk. They got a cakewalk schedule. But I don't think
Yeah,
Vanderbilt and Kentucky are beating those teams. Let's be legit.
shoot,
Again,
Michigan State will literally run the ball to death and somehow play defense against them.
and
It's
let's
not
be
fair to
real.
say.
So the people who just don't understand this, if Nick Saban wasn't in the SEC and he stayed in Ohio State, how many national titles does SEC have? Because he
Excuse me.
has seven of them. If you take away Nick Saban's seven, the SEC has the same amount of. I think they have one more title than the Big Ten. They have four compared to three.
You gotta take if you take away, you're talking about you gotta take
If you
away
take away Nick
five.
Saban's seven, no,
Nick
seven of them.
Saban seven.
He's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
seven. You take away his seven, the SEC has the same amount of titles as the other big power, other than the
Oh,
Pac-12.
I was gonna say you take away the couple Urban got because he got two with us, but like he got two at
But I'm just saying, in
two
the
at Florida too.
last, from the college football playoff standpoint,
Yeah, if you take
from
away seven from Nick
2014 to now,
Saban,
you
it's
take away the
crazy.
seven. It's the SEC does not look as dominant as they've been proclaimed.
hmm
Georgia still gets there too. I mentioned
Nah,
it earlier.
Georgia might get
Georgia
one.
beat
We're
Georgia
putting
beat
an asterisk.
Bama. Georgia beat Bama in one
We
of them.
I said they getting one. They not. Everybody knows to this day. I don't care. The only person that's gonna say they should have won it is a Georgia fan. Go look at that. That was a targeting penalty on Marvin Harrison Jr. and that didn't get called. That messed up that game because we were driving and about to score and that was a targeting penalty and they came out after the fact and said that should have been called targeting. Put that asterisk on that championship for Georgia. They did
All right,
not
fine.
win that.
Okay,
They
fine.
did
Whatever.
not.
Hey, okay. I mean, I get it. Yeah, you're right. But you know me, I
Only
ain't
thing
finna
more
give none
delusional
of
is
y'all.
a
I ain't gonna
Cowboys
give you
fan,
niggas
but
credit.
whatever.
But no, and for real, like the SEC fans are just again. Look at the history. Big Ten. The Big Ten has 32 national titles under their belt. SEC only has 27.
Yeah.
And you guys won what? The you guys of the SEC won 14 titles or 13 titles or something like that. No, 10. You guys won 10 over this last decade.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you guys had 17 and we had 29 in the Big Ten because we won we Ohio State won
Won the last
14
two.
and then Big Ten has won the last two.
Hmm?
So like I get it. Yeah, you guys have been great, but again, it's Nick Saban. Without Nick Saban, the SEC is not as again, quote unquote, dominant as it's been made to be perceived.
Because yeah. How often are you gonna see the anomalies of Cam Newton come in and take a team like Auburn
So
and win the
Cam
national
Newton got
championship?
theirs. Cam Newton got theirs. One of the Georgias. The LSU team was inevitable.
Yeah, that
That's
was inevitable.
three. That's three right there. And then without the Bama teams, Ohio State probably has three titles in from 14 to now because they lost one to Bama. They lost the actual title game to Bama. They won the first one. The targeting call situation. Who knows if they don't go on to win that title? Because
Because
that
look what
team was a good
Georgia
team.
went and just cakewalked after that. They dog walked everybody else after that.
Because they played Washington, right? That's who they played Washington that year.
Yeah. They,
Yeah, and let's be real, Michigan. If my Michigan Wolverines would have played like they played in the second half, in the first half, they'd have won that game.
yeah. And
But
I
if
think
but
y'all would have
yeah.
beat Georgia. I think y'all would have beat
I think
Georgia
we'd have
too.
beat Georgia too. I think we'd have
Like
beat Georgia as well.
that defense would have, bruh, Georgia would have been in fits because they was
Yeah,
athletes. I don't think, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
But like, come on, bro,
So
like
who's to know if they actually win that time? So even if if Michigan plays how they're supposed to play, how they played against Washington the following year is the way they should have played against Washington that year, where they just
hmm
completely dominated Washington. And Washington, and then I got to remind you guys, Washington they earned the O line award, which had been won by Michigan the previous 3 years. So they had considered the best offensive line in the nation. So it wasn't like they had it was no cupcakes out there. They had the best offensive line in the nation, and it looked like the damn Kansas City Eagles Super Bowl game out there. They couldn't do nothing with the boys up front. We didn't have to blitz nobody. We just was sending 3 and 4 all game.
hmm
So anyway, but um, to continue on, Michigan has cakewalk in New Mexico. Um, they
That
announced
LSU Clemson game
Bryce.
is the next big thing.
Yeah, they announced Bryce. At least for my team, they announced Bryce Underwood, which we knew was going to be like we all
That was
knew. You
inevitable.
don't
We
pay
knew
somebody
that.
2 point unless he was just like a complete, you know, it was like he just got outclassed by the upperclassmen. There was no way he was not going to be the starting quarterback of the
Exactly.
Wolverines. So,
We kind of already knew
um,
that he was going to be
yeah.
starting. Like I,
So you got Clemson, LSU, Battle of the Tigers, and who else
which
am I missing?
which is going to be a good matchup. Um, let's see how like that matchup lines up. I really don't know because
And
both
then
of them
Notre
got
Dame, Miami on Sunday.
yeah.
That's the other game I was looking for.
I got Notre Dame. I got Notre Dame easily. Even though they're starting a new quarterback this year. Different old buddy that was on the run last year for them lost the job.
Mm-hmm.
Lost the job to somebody else. To what's his like Carr? His name's like Carr Jr. or something like that.
I'm looking
But
it up
like
right now.
I got Notre Dame winning that game.
CJ Carr.
Out of
CJ Carr.
yeah, CJ Carr.
Freshman.
Like
A freshman. A true
yeah. So
freshman.
like he lost out. He's there's supposedly rumors is that he is good. So like he lost, but Riley Leonard, the one that led them last year, lost out to him. So we'll see what happens. I do think, like I said, I do think Miami loses that game. Notre Dame wins that convincingly because I think, to be honest with you, Notre Dame has the best running back in the nation right now. So, and I see them using him heavenly against them.
Yeah,
So
yeah, should make. I mean, we got 3 top 25 games in the first in the for the first week. We got. I
yeah,
mean, shit. We got a top 3, a top 5 competition. You know, like I said.
you have two top 10 matchups in this week. So
Oh, that's right. Because LSU's 9, right?
yep,
And Clemson's 4. Yep, 4. So
yep,
2 top 10s matchups,
yeah.
3 top 25 matchups.
Well, shit,
Um.
three. Cause Notre Dame and Miami 6-10. You got 6-10, 4-9, and one and
Oh
three.
yeah. There we go. Yeah, sorry, I missed that. Sorry, Miami. I ain't mean no disrespect.
It don't matter. Y'all paid Carson Beck.
we'll see how he is. But yeah, it should make. I mean, I'm glad football. I mean, football and basketball. Basketball for sure, but football and basketball are my 2 sports I kind of watch religiously. So even when my teams are not playing, I like to see good matchups and see what the other
Uh,
teams are doing in out
exactly.
there. So
Like good
um,
football.
I like good football. But we got Oklahoma week 2. You know, is a test for us. We got Oklahoma at Oklahoma. So our 2 rivals are playing 2 rivals of their own in their historic rivalry of the Red River. What is it, Showdown? Red River Showdown. What is it called? That's what it's called, right?
Red River Shootout.
Is that what it's called? Shootout?
The Red River.
I thought it was
Yeah, it's a
Showdown.
Red River.
I thought it was
No,
Showdown. It was Shootout. Okay, cool.
people say showdown. Some people call it the shootout.
Whatever it is,
Either,
it's
e-
not anything close to our rivalry game. I mean, it's called the game for a reason.
either way, like it's
Just
cute,
like
but
Barcelona,
like
Real Madrid is El Clasico. It's the game. It's that simple. It's,
it's cute. It's cute. Like it's cute.
whatever
Like
it's called. But we got both those teams. You know, both their respective weeks after each other. So honestly, I'm hoping we get our get back with Texas the fall, next year for coming to Ann
yeah,
Arbor
I
to
was
beat
like, yeah,
us.
y'all definitely gotta wait
Yeah,
till next year to play them.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Y'all
So,
get Oregon
or
this
we
year
see them
though.
later this year.
Yeah, y'all can
No, we
probably
don't.
catch them in
We
playoffs. I think y'all
we don't
catch
got
them.
Oregon this
Y'all
year.
get the playoffs. Y'all don't get.
We
Y'all
don't.
should get Oregon this year.
Uh, we don't. I'm looking at the schedule.
Wow,
New
I thought y'all would have
Mexico,
got them
New
because we didn't get them.
Mexico, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Central Michigan, Nebraska, Wisconsin, USC, Washington, Michigan State, Purdue, Northwestern, Maryland, Ohio State.
Oh
That's
wow,
our
so
schedule.
y'all don't get Oregon either. What the hell? So that means
No,
Penn State must have got them then. I
I
haven't looked at
do
Penn State
think Penn
schedule. I
State
think
got
Penn
them.
State got them then.
You pulling it up?
Penn
I
State
can pull
had
it
to
up
get them. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Penn
because
State
I
had to
thought
get
we
them
were going to
then.
have Penn State this year too. Because we don't. You guys don't have Penn State
Yeah,
either.
yeah, we do.
You do or you don't? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we play Penn State at home. Yeah, we played them. We played them November 1st. Right after we played them at home.
Oh, they do have
Yeah,
Oregon. They have
no.
Oregon week
Yeah, they got
4 or
Oregon
5.
week 4. Yep, at home. Yep,
Yeah.
they got them. So yeah, they got or so Oregon got so Penn State ended up getting them. I knew one of the big three was gonna get them. I thought y'all was getting
Yeah.
them this go around. I thought y'all was gonna
This
get them.
the historic 3 in the Big Ten will get Oregon probably once a year, every year going forward.
Yeah, I thought y'all was gonna get them. They gave it to Penn State. So cool. 'Cause I think Oregon has a cupcake schedule. To be honest with you, I think.
Uh,
Yeah,
let's
they
look
have a
at it.
cupcake schedule, bro. They have a cupcake schedule. Besides us, like I think Oregon has a cupcake schedule. I really do.
Let's
Let me
pull
see. Yeah. Besides Penn State and us, I mean, yeah, besides Penn State, this is a cupcake schedule to me. Like, don't get me wrong, Iowa at home is not a slouch. So, like, okay, cool. But everything else, you got
Yeah, they go.
Oklahoma State, that's cupcake. Northwestern, cupcake. Oregon, cupcake. Indiana, probably get them a fight. Cool. Rutgers, cupcake.
But they're
Wisconsin,
playing
depending
Indiana
on,
and Oregon though.
yeah, but still, I think that Indiana still has a decent team where I think they could probably hang in there. But if they
Actually,
get that,
Oregon could or not or Indiana could beat them because they play Penn State the week before.
yeah, that's what I'm
So when
saying.
you're
This
dealing with a
you
top,
never
yeah,
know.
yeah, yes, right.
That's what I'm saying.
Minnesota ain't
So
no
like,
slouch either. I think Minnesota's got a really good coach out there.
that's just still gonna be BTA, bro. I like they got some solid players.
I
That's
like the
just gonna be
coach.
BTA, bro. The coach,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
mean they're
cool.
undermatched for sure.
That
They're
don't
gonna try
that's
to make
still
it a
gonna be
game.
BTA. Yeah, it's gonna be a game for one quarter. That should BTA.
That's fair.
USC, yeah, I don't I don't
Nah,
see anything happening. Like
no.
that's cool and
I
all, but
think when
they used to beating you. You know, they used to beating on them, and we ain't really seen
yeah,
nothing
Lincoln
coming out of
Riley. I don't know
USC.
what I know. I think
Besides,
he's
like
getting ready to leave.
they got a couple wide receivers, but like yeah, that's it. So, but as I said, Iowa they got to play
Yeah, they do
Iowa
got a
at
cakewalk
Iowa.
schedule.
That's yeah, it's cakewalk. Iowa at Iowa is not no cakewalk. That's gonna be a tough road test.
Yeah,
That's a tough.
I mean they're
It is
playing Penn
rough.
State in Happy Valley too. That's
Yeah,
a tough place to play.
that's probably gonna be
That's literally their
that
toughest
might be
game though. That's literally their toughest.
that
I mean
might
it's the
be
number two
yeah
team in the
that's
nation.
yeah that might be the whiteout game for Penn State. It may be, but then again, it's too early for them to do that. But still, in Happy
Nah,
Valley,
against Oregon,
that's a
yeah, they're gonna
difficult
do
place
it.
to play. Yeah, that's why I
Yeah,
said they might do it, but then again, they normally do that stuff like in November, like whiteout game. But who knows? I think that'd be perfect. Whiteout game, 6:30. Oh no, that's a night game too. Yeah, that might be the whiteout game for
that's a
them.
whiteout game. So I'm looking at it.
That's
Yeah, that's
probably
100%.
yeah,
Because the
that's
only other
definitely the
option right now
whiteout
that's
game.
on the schedule is Minnesota. Or no,
Nah, they wouldn't waste.
no, they're
They
not
would
playing.
they
No, that's I'm not looking. I'm not looking.
yeah,
I'm looking
they
at
wouldn't
Oregon
waste
schedule,
it
so my
there.
bad.
Yeah, you're looking at Penn State's. Like it would be
Indiana would be the next closest
nah,
whiteout game
I think they use it against Oregon. I think because it's a
because they
big
have
game.
no
I
one
think
else
they
that's a ranked opponent that would be kind of worth that's playing there
yeah, even
because you
then
got
they do it without
they play
that.
you guys over
Yeah, they come
over
to
in our
they come to the shoe to play us. So I can see it either being the Indiana game or it's this Oregon game. I can see
yeah
it. I think
I'm leaning
I
Oregon.
think the Oregon game makes sense for the whiteout game for
Yeah,
them. So
I'm leaning Oregon as
I'm
well.
with you.
We'll
I think
see.
Oregon
We'll
too.
come back to it. But it should make for some good stuff. And then of course we got football. Michael Parsons Jr. still not, or not Michael Parsons Jr. Michael
Micah.
Parsons still not signed by Dallas Cowboys. Scary Terry got his
Um,
contract. Trey
yeah,
Hendrickson got a 1 year, 14 million
they got
out of the Eagles.
Rasheed Rice getting the 6 game
6 game. So
suspension.
I
Yeah.
actually got to look at I got to look at our. Is he available in our league? I don't think he got drafted
Who?
in the league with us. Rashid,
What?
Rashad.
I don't know. When was the
I don't
draft?
think he got. What didn't we draft last? Didn't we draft 2 days ago? Alex's league.
He didn't send me that notification.
Oh, I thought you was in that league. The
I'm
Just Us
supposed to
league. You're
be.
not in that one.
He asked me. I told him that. So obviously, I either I didn't get the message as him saying that that's what it was because he asked me if I was playing, and I told him yeah. So if I'm not in that mug no more, then oh well.
Wasn't your team name Hawk Tuo on that win? No, that's not you.
Nah, that
Uh,
means I got kicked out. Oh well, life, life is life. Fuck
he
him.
upped it to 20. He upped it to 2020. Damn! I thought nigga, I was about to text you too because I thought you was
Mm,
drafted.
on
That's
bro,
great,
on bro. See,
bro.
look,
I know he
see,
lowered the
he
league
done.
though. He went from 10 to 2. He went from 12 to 10. Damn.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he decided not to keep me in there. Okay, hey, I still rock with my
Maybe because
boy,
he couldn't
but
find. Maybe he couldn't find an extra person. That's probably what it is. Because I know he was trying
yeah,
to
but
go
I ain't
from
gonna lie,
10.
I'm an original member, so why wouldn't you still? He never
Yeah, I
asked
mean,
me.
yeah, y'all
He
take
didn't
games
ask
with each
me.
other. Okay,
Hey
I didn't
man,
mean to start. Y'all might have to run a
I'm,
fade. Let me text him really
I
fade.
don't
Run some
care. Hey,
FaceTime.
look, it's all good. It's all good. I ain't tripping. You know me. Hey, it is what it is. It's
I
cool.
swear, I thought your team was the Hawk Two on that win for some reason,
Ah,
and
nah,
I thought
GG.
that was you. But
No,
because the
really, it
way they
ain't
was
me.
drafted, I
It's
was
all
like, this
good.
nigga taking. He drafted the people I need. I'm trying to go for. He know how I'm going for.
Hey, it's all good. I
Uh,
ain't tripping. Still my boy though. Still my man
the
ahead of
Jordan
Grant. It
Addison
just
is available still. He's suspended. What was he suspended for?
he's suspended for some like situation. I think he's suspended for like a couple games.
Yeah, will return 9/28.
Yeah, he's
So
suspended for
week
like
one
4 games.
is the
He's
seventh,
suspended
right?
like
Is it
four
week
games.
one?
Yeah,
One,
and I was like,
two,
he's suspended like four
yeah,
games.
yeah, something like that. Something like that. Anyway,
That's why they traded to get Thielen. That's why they traded to get Thielen today.
yeah, because they needed. Yeah, they needed. I don't know what your Carolina Panthers was. They were tripping. We need a 3rd-round pick for a 35-year-old who's getting ready to retire at the end of this year. Get the fuck out of here.
That 35-year-old
You don't
still got
get
open and had almost a
take
thousand
this
yards last season.
take this 5th round and move on with your life.
Y'all needed the receiving. I'm just saying.
I know, but y'all, sometimes you get greedy.
Hey, y'all needed
The
the
boys just
receivers.
trying to get greedy.
That's fair price. Greedy would have been a second. A third ain't
No, they
bad for
wanted a
somebody that
third. They
still
wanted a
gets open.
third, and they wanted a third and something else. It was greedy, cuz. But
That
anyway,
wasn't greedy.
we're both excited for the football season. I know you guys have heard us. As the
It's
weeks go
football
on,
all the way
you
until
will hear
February.
us
I don't
talk
care.
super. It gets crazier the closer we get to November 29th. So buckle up. It get right now it's super light. Like you guys saw in our last episode. Shout
I
out to
ain't gonna
Jay
lie.
Scaredy. Shout out to Jay. He
I ain't
baited us
gonna
a
lie.
little bit. Rage baited us.
It might be a live. It might just be a live
we
recording of that game.
we
Just
might do it
saying.
live. We might have to do it live. I'll bring my mic and shit. Might have to do it live because y'all think I'm nuts now.
It's the most
It's at my
ignorant.
house this year. It is at my house this year. So never mind. I don't got to bring my mic
It's
anywhere because we're gonna be at my crib this
it's
year.
the most ignorant
So
session of the year. So yes,
it is, and we're true fans. So when we play in Ohio, I go to Cuz house, and when we play in Michigan, he come over to the real house. You know what I'm saying? Come over here where the winners sit. So, uh, so again, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna close with this message. Any man that needs to tell you they're great ain't great. We'll holla at you later, folks. Peace
shots
as
fired.
always.
Bang bang.
This has been Ignorant Takes Podcast, and we're out. Thanks for joining us. Peace.